What's up, y'all? Trent Small, the chef, aka Red Specs. It's April 9th, 2025. Let's go. As you guys know, news organizations, like many other institutes, they operate within a system built on long-standing racial inequalities. These biases can show up in everything from what stories get covered to how they are framed. Now, a white victim is often portrayed as innocent or tragic, while the black victim might be scrutinized for their past or criminalized in subtle ways. Now, black individuals, especially black men, are often framed in the media as dangerous, aggressive, or suspicious. On the other hand, white individuals, whether they're the victim or the suspect, are most likely shown as humanizing light. Think about how often you see the phrase troubled past for a white suspect versus criminal record for a black one. Yeah, man. Media outlets often tailor content to their primary audience, right? Which can lead to biased reporting. Some of these networks cater to viewers who may unconsciously or consciously respond more strongly to certain racial narratives, and that get reflects in editorial choices. When decision makers and reporters don't reflect the diversity of the community that they cover, biases, both conscious and unconscious, can influence what stories are told and how they are told. God bless the two men involved in this story. Let's get into it. So it happened at a Texas track meet, an event meant to uplift young athletes. Instead, it ended in heartbreak. A 17-year-old named Austin Metcalf, a junior at Memorial High School in Fresco, Texas, was fatally stabbed in the chest after a fight with another student. Police said the suspect is 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, no relations to the basketball player, a student from Centennial High School, who is now in custody. First off, people, this episode isn't about pointing fingers. It's about facing the pain and honoring this young man's life and addressing what's broken in the spaces meant to be safe for our children. And let's be clear, whether the student is black or white, there is absolutely no reason for a tragedy like this to happen. No family should have to bury their child over a school disagreement. And no community should have to grieve like this, man. So here's what we know. Austin died in his twin brother's arms after being fatally stabbed in the heart by another student. Austin's family believes that the fight started over a seating issue in the stands. Words were exchanged, and the knife was the weapon of choice. 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony has been arrested and charged with first-degree murder in the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf. He is currently being held on a $1 million bond. But there's so many questions that are unanswered. What was the reason for Carmelo Anthony bringing this weapon to the track anyway? Also, how did this weapon make its way into the stadium undetected? And what exactly led to the altercation between the two boys at the track meet? Police haven't released those details yet. But what's striking to me, though, is what Austin's father, Jeff Metcalf, shared. Despite his pain and his unimaginable loss, he already have chosen forgiveness. He says he wants justice, no doubt. But he also has sympathy for Carmelo and his family. And that's powerful. It's a powerful reminder that even in the middle of heartbreak, grace still exists. So we say, what could have prevented this? You know, we keep saying this shouldn't have happened. But the truth is, we know it didn't have to. A 17-year-old student is gone, and another 17-year-old is in jail, maybe for the rest of his life. So he's gone. Two families shattered. And we're all left asking, how did it get to this point? Nah, man, there's no single answer there. But there are things we could do to prevent the next tragedy. First, security matters. How did the knife make it into the school stadium? We got tech. We've got the people. But do we have the urgency? Bag checks, walkthrough, metal detectors, something. Anything could have prevented this. Second, emotional support and conflict resolutions have to become priority. These aren't just kids fighting. These are kids carrying things, stress, anger, pain, and nobody's teaching them what to do with it. We expect them to act like adults without giving them the tools that adults have. Third, we need more supervision at these events. Chaperones, parents, other friends, security. Not just to control, but to connect, to notice tension, to de-escalate before something turns deadly. And finally, we've got to talk to our young people. Not after the tragedy, before. Talk to them about pride. Talk to them about walking away. Because walking away sometimes is the best thing to do. You have to be the bigger man, the bigger woman to walk away from certain situation. It don't make you a lesser person. It makes you a better person. And let them think about what 1 second of rage can do to a life, or 2, or 20. This isn't a story about violence. It's a story about what happens when we don't show up early enough, loud enough for the ones who need us most. And that's our children. Let's not let another track meet, another hallway, another school day in silence and sirens. We can do better, people. We have to. So condolences to the Metcalf family from us here at Food for Thought. Rest in peace, young man. All right, hold on, everybody. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. I've been seeing this incident on TikTok of the 2 young men in Austin who got stabbed. And it's going viral. It's all over TikTok, all over social media, and what happened. And it's a tragic event. But I'm looking in these group chats, a lot of them on TikTok, and I can't believe the stupidness, the mindset of people and what they're thinking about when they're thinking about this tragedy. Their comments, unbelievable. So I just had to come back and I just had to put something in a little perspective, okay? So as per the Frisco police report and witnesses, right? Carmelo claimed self-defense, which is a good thing because he's claiming that he did do it. Okay, he said it was self-defense. He hit me, boom. But here's what happened. Okay, Austin asked him to move from under a tent. I'm not going to go into all the details. Under the tent. Carmelo responded, touch me and see what happens, while putting his hand inside a bag he had. So obviously, we know Austin touched him, which is in no doubt, Austin shouldn't even put his hands on him at all. Why you touch this man for? Call security, tell somebody, oh, he's sitting in the wrong seat, even though there was no assigned seats from the beginning. Right. And Austin touched him, right? So now Carmelo escalated it by saying, punch me and see what happens. Once again, Austin ended up shoving him or punching him. And Carmelo, in response, pulled out a knife and stabbed him. Now, was the stabbing justified? That's the question in all these podcasts and stuff that's going on right now. Was the stabbing justified? So to me, it looks like Carmelo provoked Austin, possibly hoping for a reason to use deadly force. People, if you don't know, this is called provocation of intent, which could cancel out Carmelo's self-defense claim completely in court. Okay. So in legal contents, Provocation refers to an act or insult that is likely to cause a reasonable person to lose self-control and react violently. Meaning, someone did something like an insult or action that could make a reasonable person lose control and react violently. In this case, Carmelo, the suspect, provoked Austin, the victim, to hit him, causing Carmelo to lose control and react violently, leading up to the stabbing. You got me? Once again, maybe Austin shouldn't, touched him, because Austin committed an unlawful battery by shoving him or touching him or punching him. But once again, does that justify Carmelo using a knife and killing Austin? I don't know about you, but back in the days, man, we tussle. Both were around the same size, same stature, everything. Could they have just fought it out without a knife being present and without the presence of deadly force? Yeah, man, there will be some bruises, there'll be some fights, people be hurt, but nobody been dead. Put your thoughts in the comments and let's talk, man.